Hi everybody, this is Joel from Savonne. Yesterday I was out and gazing across the vast sea of dandelions in my front yard thinking, there's something that we should be able to do with these beautiful yellow flowers. So today we're going to make soap out of them. I'm going to take some of the dandelions and infuse olive oil, which we'll use in the base of the recipe. And also I'm going to take some of those same flowers and steep them in steaming hot water to make a dandelion tea, which we'll use to dissolve our lye. Now, dandelion by itself doesn't really have a lot of fragrance, at least not to the human nose. So I want to make something nice and bright here, so I think we'll try Litsea cubeba. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar, Litsea is an Asian plant. It's also known as Mei Chang, and it has a very nice, bright, lemony fragrance, which I think will go really well with dandelions. So, let's get started. Okay, what we have here is the infused olive oil. I took about a cup of dandelion flowers and covered them in olive oil and put about a teaspoon or so of annatto seeds in there and simmered this on the stove for about an hour. What you can see is that we ended up with something almost honey colored. Here's the honey you can use by comparison. So we will use this in place of the olive oil in the recipe. This over here is the dandelion tea, and we did a similar thing, except this time I brought water to a boil and poured it over about a cup or so of dandelion flowers and let it steep for about 20 minutes. The color is a little different. Here we have something that is greenish in appearance versus the gold of the oil. And there's not too much fragrance here, but there is a little bit of something. It's not floral, but I would describe it as being sort of green, maybe something what a bale of hay might smell like. And so these are how we're going to get the dandelion into the soap, both in the water infusion that we're going to use to dissolve the lye and in the oil infusion that we will use as part of the base for the soap. Okay, we've got the lye solution made up. Here we have the olive oil mixed with a little bit of castor oil. We are using a palm-free recipe today, so in the microwave I have some coconut oil, some shea butter, and some cocoa butter. This is the first time I've tried this recipe. I'll try to go palm-free for this one. I've tried some palm-free recipes in the past and weren't entirely happy with them, but we'll see how we go. Also, I've mixed together some celadon green with a little bit of the oils for dispersion, and we also have a little bit of titanium dioxide. So I do a hanger swirl here with the main batch. Okay, we have the hard oils and the soft oils mixed together in my pitcher here. I'm going to add the lye and dandelion tea combination in here now. I have the honey made up and ready to go here. I took about a half an ounce of honey and I've diluted it with a little bit of water just so that it's easier to blend in later on. We're going to add that when the soap batter is emulsified. So here we go. See, the batter is sort of an odd shade of orange and greenish color at this point. We'll see how the final soap looks. Okay, I'm going to add the honey now. And I'm also going to add our Litsea cubeba for fragrance. That always smells so good. Alright, we're pretty well emulsified right now. We're not at trace, but that's alright. What I want to do now is split up the batter into these separate containers for the colors we're going to use in our hanger swirl. I'm not sure how much that titanium dioxide is going to be able to neutralize this dark color, but we'll find out. Well, it's definitely lighter, but it's not going to be white, but that's okay. And our green is kind of a brownish green color, but again, this is okay. Alright. Time to get it into the mold. So the first thing we're going to do is pour some of this base color in. And I want to pour some of the white-ish. Make sure that breaks through a little bit. And I want to pour some of the green. Now we'll add some more of the base color. Try not to break that through too much right now. Although we are going to be doing a swirl, so. Alright, now some more of the green and white. And I want to leave a little bit left for the top. And this is getting thick now. That's probably to do with the cocoa butter as well as the honey. So I'm going to pound that down. Oops. Now we're going to take the hanger and we are going to do some figure eights this way. Sorry if I'm in your way there. And then we're going to try it top to bottom, the same thing. And then I want to go right down in the center and kind of do some circles. Alrighty. I have to learn to stop kicking the tripod while I'm doing this. Now the last little bit here, we're just going to kind of plop on the surface. And I have a chopstick here, so I'm just gonna do some little swirlies here along the surface, trying to make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, I think that looks reasonable. Try to tilt that there so you can see a little bit better. What we'll do now is we'll spray the top with some isopropanol to help prevent soda ash, and we'll let this sit overnight. Not going to insulate it because that honey in there is probably going to cause it to heat up, and we don't want any overheating or volcanoes or any of that sort of thing. So we'll see how this looks tomorrow. We'll be back. Thanks. We're back. Dandelion soap is set up now overnight, so we're going to take it out of the mold and cut it and see how we did. little bit crumbly here, but that looks pretty nice. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and cut the rest of this and put the final photos up, and this should be ready in 4 to 6 weeks. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.